What up, Wheatfield? What up, y'all? What it do? Welcome back to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you. What it is, Wheat. How did y'all get through y'all Tough It Out Tuesday? Today is Tough It Out Tuesday, June 6, 23. I think I said June 6, 23. I don't know what's going on with me. Stuff is just not coming out right. So, let's get that right. Today, when we filming this here, is June the 6th, 2023. Whenever you find this message, it really doesn't matter. It's still good. Why? Because it's always now. Anyway, welcome back to the Wheatfield. What it do? What it do? Welcome back. Welcome to you. If you new, hi. Welcome to the Wheatfield. Welcome to you too. My name is La T. And as you can see, I'm quite a bit kooky. It's okay. That's how the source made me. It just is what it is. And we have learned to just kind of flow and go with it. Yeah. I hope y'all had a good day. Because it really was a good day to have a good day. It's always a good day to have a good day. When you say, Ashe, let's get a sip. Because we need to probably get balanced just a little bit. We feeling some energy. I don't know what we want to get. I really don't. Not quite yet. We wrote some stuff down. We've been channeling off and on pretty much all day, getting some downloads, putting them in our notepad, inside of our book. We had a real good, when I say inside of my book, yeah, we've been writing some messages, some downloads, things that we've been getting from the spirit, the source of us living. Yes, right, directly from the soul. And that's pretty much I think the basis on the topic, the energy of the show tonight. Yeah. So if y'all want to stick around and get into it, you want to go for a little ride, we don't really know how it's going to go. You know what I mean? Because, of course, Tears of Tarot show where testimony meets tarot, it could be cooking like with that old school Crisco. Like that issue, you have to get out the can and put in the pan, and the Most High will come in and put some heat on it, and we will get to cooking just a bit. Never know really what we cooking on, you know what I mean? It could be some wings and we get to frying really and, you know, get to going. Or it could be a stew, you know, something that's going to just be on the low, slow simmer, you know, just put it on and let it do what it's going to do. We feel a little hype. We feel a little jittery. I feel like we're going to get to frying and cooking some wings, but I don't know. Again, Tears of Tarot show where you never know what you're going to get. It's like life, like a whole box of freaking chocolates. Anywho, let's get into it. We got to give y'all the disclaimer. Y'all know how it go. Your girl Lonty, I'm a channel messenger. I message with the big three. Our infinite, the eternal Lord of all hosts, that which called every light, every soul, the source of us, the living. By its intelligence did it call us, wisdom, the principal thing, and then filled us with that breath of life, the chi, that activating force, yes, that keeps us breathing. Because you can't do nothing without either one of those. So, essentially, we read creation, yo. Too many gifts to list. You just have to stick around and witness it. You know, pretty much. So, this is Voice of the Soul that we touching on right now. We have the 7 laws of spiritual success. We stopped on karmic relationship. And we got reunion, burden of tears, education, and anger. That's a really close to what we pulled last night. So we feel it. I see a split. Yeah, regrets is here as well. Regret. And we got learning. So somebody learned something that's put them into some regrets, or some regrets has taught them something that they've learned, and it may have something to do with a karmic relationship. A message of warning. We flip right to that. And that's kind of like some of what we were reading last night. So I really want to make sure communication is here. That's different. Let's give it a good shuffle though, just to make sure. Ooh, children. Maybe kids got something to do with it. Maybe, ooh, We ain't gonna talk about it. Let's wait and see what else come out. Respect and karmic relationship. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Hey, and that came out the other day too. Cause your mind gonna let yourself be free. Yeah. And I hear the whole part of Aretha like on the Blues Brothers. Did y'all ever watch that? Where she be like, now I need you like you need me. Wait. Wait, no, that's right, it's backwards. She said, like you need me, like I need you. Without each other, there ain't nothing that neither can do. Ow! Think about it. Think about it. Think. That's what I feel right now. Like somebody is thinking, either what is it gonna be like without you, without me, without this whole relationship? Like what could it be? Like, do I really need you? Do I really need to be here? Because this whole thing feels karmic, and it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna do something different. I might have a reproach, but somebody might be too intertwined. Burden of tears is right back out. Yeah, so let's get back into the disclaimers before we really see what this is going to be all about. I'm feeling it, just trying to feel it out. All right, y'all, all right. Regrets, y'all, regrets. Somebody seriously in regret. We going to leave this up as the main energy, because somebody is feeling regretful. That's for real, y'all. Tears of Tarot show. You show enough, never know what you gonna get. Of course, you know, like I said, this is Live T channel messenger, message with the big three. I am not religious. I am highly spiritual. We do everything in the spirit. We might cuss a little bit, a lot of bit. You just gonna hear it. You know what I mean? We believe creation is whole. It is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Everything is conjoined and connected through the breath of life, through the chi. That is how I can feel you and pick up on your energy. It gives it a little bit more sensitivity if you hit the thumbs up, and if you vibe with it by the end, subscribe, and if you care about it, share it out. You want to come back on a daily and get this spell, go ahead and hit the bell. Yes. We told you that we was spiritual, that everything is whole and complete, that we probably might cuss a little bit, so if you don't like that, this might not be the space for thee. We bring all of theology together because that's what we do. We study theology. Tons of books, boo. I'm just saying, that's the price of knowledge. We get down through there. We bring everything together. Why? Because it's whole, it's complete. Everything was called by the principal thing, wisdom. And we like to make a place for it. Yes. So, if y'all can bring all these pieces together, again, and rock with your girl, stick around and let you, just see what comes out. I don't know. The source of my soul. Yes, the source of us living here, everywhere. My light. Yes, called by the might of the Almighty, the Eternal, the Infinite, Lord of all hosts, that fills me. Yes, I feel you. I acknowledge thee. I ask that you fill me up, that you expand within me, and you come and you step forward to bring a message onto me first that is edifying, that I may be filled and strong, that I may be perfected in the spirit, so that I may bear the yoke that you have placed upon me. Thank you. What has been ordained, what has been decreed since the foundation of eternity, the Alpha and the Omega resides with me, lives and breathes. I surrender my vessel unto thee, that which called and made my light only, blocking out every foe that will come against me, for no weapon formed against me shall prosper, it shall not. I am protected, I am shielded, I am surrounded by my ancestors in the legion. Every spiritual help that I may need is with me. I ask you, my source, to give me everything that I need to fulfill the creed that you have placed upon me. Every spiritual tool, for you know what it is that I must do. You know what it is that I need to do it. Everything that you have granted unto me as my inheritance. Yes, my inheritance. I feel that my spiritual tools are depleted. And I ask that you refill, that you replenish me, giving me every single one that I will need in order to slay the dragon, the enemy, the foe that is upon us or against me, against thee. Gird me, keep me, help me be strong enough to stand my ground, to do what it is that I need to do in this day. I hear stand strong, 10 toes down. Yes, yes, yes. I know that there are words that are specifically needed to pray. And I acknowledge you being with me, and I ask you step forward and speak through me, your willing, surrendered vessel, bringing a message that is edifying unto me, first and foremost, that I can offer up all things unto you, my source, giving you all. I know that I'm depleted and you are filling me. Yes, filling me. Offering everything up that I have learned on this journey, everything that I've seen. Asking you to return onto me that what I need to be strengthened for this go round. Yes, yes, yes. Strengthening your wheat, edifying me in the spirit so I may be perfected. I have a yoke on my shoulders and I need to be strong enough to bear it. Thank you for perfecting this prayer so that I may be protected. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Allow my gifts, Father, that you've given unto me to be so abundant that I overflow, and that it spills onto your wheat, and that they may receive, that they may come in and eat, being edified in the spirit as well, so that they can serve all things up unto you, that you may transmute that which they have gone through and give back unto them what they need in order to be strengthened and fulfilled in the spirit. Yes, allow them to bear the yoke that you have also placed upon them. Any spiritual tools that have been ordained onto them, I ask that you deliver it. Do it for your sake, Father. For your will be done. For we are your vessels, your messengers. Heaven coming to earth, to reside in earth and on earth to do a work that we are being awakened to remember. Let us come together, Father, in unity, and let us be magnified as we do, serving all things up onto you. Allow the work to be done, for creation is whole and it is complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing, and in you we already have the victory. Yes. Please seal me. Pull me into your protection. Surround me with your hedge. Brighten up my light. Let me burn so hot and so bright that nothing could get close to me. Oh, yes, Father. Ooh, I am comforted. I am shielded. I am illuminated. Are we sealed, Father? Are we ready to serve? Are we in alignment? So mote it be, as it is, and heaven. 1, 2, 3 exclamation points. sealed, done, done, done. Now, now, now. Go forward, forward. Why 3 so mote it be? It is in heaven, as it is in heaven. Evil doesn't, evil doesn't, evil doesn't, evil doesn't like the power of 3. Source, word, breath, decree. Ashe. Alright then. So evil spirits don't like the power of 3. The source, the intelligence, and the breath. Yes. Okay. So we were channeling earlier today. I hope you guys are still with me. I know that I've been working through my prayer. I've been getting more downloads and more adjustments, more fine-tuning of my frequency from the source. And as we kind of go through the tuning process, you know, it feels like I'm being molded like clay, right? You know what I mean? So I try to, I am flexible. It's not I try to, I am flexible. And I am clay in the potter's hands. And as the potter molds me, you know, it's going to be those changes, and it ain't always pretty. It's just not, beloved. And we see that in cycles of life. As you are being fine-tuned, as you're being molded, as you're being adjusted, reconstituted person, because, I mean, we keep seeing karmic message come out in the voice of the soul, and regrets, the 5, the 2, and the 3 that's here, that speaks to change. It could also speak to conflicts. It could speak to mental, you know, fighting and clashing over the changes that you're going through. It could be 5 of Cups, lost things falling away. But when things fall away, it's making space for the new, Ashe. And again, the space for the new recombination is going to be, you know, you got to trust the process. Because again, it ain't always pretty. It's just not, you know. You may be feeling a little bit of regret, or somebody in a collective is feeling some regret. Oh, that's what we meant to say in the other episode. And we have to figure out how to remember to put this in a disclaimer, because it be people out here that copy folks, and, you know, doppelgangers and copycats and all of that mess, where, you know, I don't solicit anybody for readings. I will never reach out to you and be like, hey, let me read you. You know, no, we don't do that. We don't offer readings. If we do give a reading, it's gonna be on video. That way, you know it's me, and you know where your coin is going, the investment that you made in you, to find out what your spirit doing, what your energy is doing, or what the energy is around you at a point in place and time, travel continuum. You know what I'm saying? It'll be on video, you know. And I don't ask for money. I don't do none of that. I mean, we don't know what the future gonna hold. You know, we trying to work things out, because we have been getting more and more requests to read for specific people, to do personals, in short. But we don't know how we gonna do that just yet. We haven't really worked it out. And every time we think we work it out, we be like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. Anywho, we kind of got called to the law of Dharma, right? We was thinking about purpose, and kind of how it went cool. You know how you get a little train of thought, and the train just start linking, and you get to going, and one thing leads to another thought and another thought, and the spirit was just giving it to me, right? So it kind of stemmed, I think, from a recent message where we were looking at words that are really acronyms, right? So go with your girl. Fear is an acronym, right? False expectations, appearing real. False expectations appearing real. Many of us have heard that, so that ain't nothing new. It ain't no shocker, like, woo, right? And then I got another acronym for the word soul. And I don't know if this is new or not. Like, I hadn't heard it personally, but I'm sure, it's a lot of deep thinkers and philosophers, and somebody might have said it. So if it's out there, then I'm not trying to take nobody else's credit. It just, that's the way it hit me. So for soul, it is source of us living, right? Ooh, I know, right? And the living all have souls, so we all have a source of us living. And that source is masculine and feminine. And what are you doing to my house shoes? She just started tacking my house shoes up, see? And then just took off. Something didn't like that. When she just got a hair up her ass, Sasha, my daughter's cat, and just decided to do it. Anywho. Yeah, so we were talking about soul being an acronym for source of us living, right? And then it took me, I had a epiphany, like, to please your soul, right, is like the purpose of of living, right? Because if we please the source of us living, then to exalt your soul, to glorify your soul, right, is like, that is the point of us being alive, to live, right? And then it flipped. If it is a thing that does not exalt your soul, if you are acting against that, it's like, okay, well, how do you spell live, right? And we know when you flip it, live backwards is evil, right? So it's like, oh, that's quinky dink. I like the way the source did that. And so then we also got to exalt, right? And the way that the source gave me exalt, it was like, make sure I got this right. It's almost like, yeah, it's like it gave me, which one? It almost looks like a math equation, like an exponentiation. Like how in algebra we have the x's and the y's. It's like a E for eternity, and then the X, right? And then it has the alt, where it's like, and it didn't do U, it did A-L-T, and it's like A for alchemist, and it started with A and then L-C-H-E-M for like all chemicals, right? And it's like an equation that is happening with the chemicals. And then it said L for light, and then T for time. So it felt like to me with the, go with your girl, because I know this could be complicated, and y'all probably sitting up there like, to what, like, what is she saying, right? So we trying to still, we chewing on it, we working it out, we breaking it down, right? So we have here, glorify my soul, and soul was source of us living, right? And to exalt that, it is like an expression of you taking all of your experiences, EX, like experiences, like the culmination, or like the culmination of all of your experiences, and transmuting that energy. And that's where the alchemy comes in. So it almost was like exalt was like broken down into pieces as a word with meanings per syllable. So experience was EX, and then alt was alchemy with light and time. And light and time, the light is our soul and our vessel that's traveling through space. And as we travel through this space, that is what we consider time. Complicated, I know. I'm still working it out as the master of my soul is giving it to me. But if you could go with that just on a basic level, that we take our experiences and everything that we learn from that, we break it down into its chemicals, like the chemical bear its forms, the particles, and we offer all of that up, and the source will take it, recombine it, and give us back something different. And as we go through this journey, our light is moving, and that light moving through space continuum is what we consider time. And to do that continuously is what is considered exaltation. And again, it's not a whole word, but it is a series of actions that is being performed as you mature your light, as you learn in this experience, like this journey that we're going on, right? And then it broke down journey a little bit more. So I have an acronym for the word love. Now this one was cute. I really like this one. So we broke down fear, we broke down soul. Now we are looking at love. And it started giving me faith too, but I don't think we really finished it. I think we kind of got came out of channel. Like, I feel like that spirit was saying that was enough. Like, we stopped at love. So love, the source said, is light on voluntary escape. So if you think about the series of discussions we've been having, right, we have a soul, right, that is the source of us living. And that source of us living is inside of this vessel. And the vessel is what we use to travel through this whole terrain on this journey. Like, we need this vessel to be in the 3D in this plane. Like, we can't survive without it. I mean, like, the source of our soul does not die. The master of our soul doesn't die or go away. It's eternal. It's infinite. But for us to experience the plane, we need the vessel. We need our senses, those 8 senses. There we go. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Mother. Thank you for the source of my soul, whole and complete, masculine and feminine. Whoo, we right here balanced with it. Come on now, let's get it. So, source says, light is on a voluntary escape. And the way it wrote escape is like to escape is on both sides, like the primordial abyss, like the field of potentiality where any and everything, like pure consciousness. And our light is traveling through this whole cosmic realm, and that is what's called light travel. Time is what time is. Our light going through consciousness, pure consciousness, pure potentiality. That's the way that the Father, our Mother, source, whole and complete, nothing broken and nothing missing, gave it onto me. Even broke down universe. Gave it to me in 2 parts. Again, syllable, like uni, which is one, right? Unit or uni or unified as in one. And verse as it speaks. So the eternal one speaks. So that's why we have multiple universes, because the source has spoken out multiple times, has called multiple planes. I was like, huh. That's pretty interesting. I like that. I like that. So yeah, it's just been all kind of stuff that's like going, like coming in and dropping in on me. More things that I am going to be working through. Even gave me a thing for breathing. So you know how we always say that the breath, if we are filled with the breath of life, right? So the breath of life, right? So we had breath, N, I-N, and then G. And then source says the G is for God, which is the body. I was like, And then it really hit me because it hit me like the body of, you know, I can't say it, but that's how they think about it. I know. Anywho, I can't say it because we call it like that, but it's an error in that, and I can't really say it right. So anywho, it says our light that is on voluntary escape in love, right, is connected to our source. So we are tethered to it, right? Our soul. I hope y'all still with me. You be like, what is she talking about? Like to what? I'm trying to get it out. So if you could rock with me and you can, like, if it's forming and you can catch a bits and piece of this, you know, just play it back a couple times, and we gonna keep going through it. I mean, because we got to get this worked out, really, because I really need to get this deeply, like, philosophically. I'm a deep thinker, and if I got to make sure it's really worked out in me. So y'all going on this journey with your girl as we work this out, okay? So, and then it says breathing is the breath in G, and G is the God body, right? And all of us pixels and pieces, right? And we made in the Father's image. So if we say that God, right, we are made in the father, the mother's image, male and female, in its likeness. So of course we have the ability to do the same thing. So the body, the vessel, is called the G, the God, right? The God body. And we are pixels, we are pieces of that, still tethered to the source of us, right? The source of us living. Yes. Okay. The next one I got, this is the last one. Last one I'm going to do, and then we're going to jump into some cards I shake. Yes, we're going to play cards. Source, we playing cards. All right. All right. It says intelligence, right? So this one was pretty cool too, because it broke down intelligence into syllables. So I-N, then tell, T-E-L-L. Then it says I, right? Intel, I, Genesis. So I felt like that was saying that it's something inside that will tell I my genesis, my origin. And that's how I felt about the infinite intelligence. It is inside of us, and it will tell us that I, your genesis. Where did you come from? Where are you going? Where do you originate from? What's going on back there? You're tethered to something. And there is a lot of information stored within based on all of those experiences, which is a part of exalting your what? Source of us that live. Source of us living. So to do that, it was just like brain exploded. I'm telling you, by the time we got to faith, I was like, source, I'm still trying to work out these ones right here that we done wrote. But the good thing is that we writing it in the spirit and a way where we can read it. Yep. Yep. And if there's an error, we've learned to ask for correction immediately. In the spirit, we'll correct it. Make sure that it's good and straight, and we've been asking for the spirit of clarity. So again, when we write it, we can see it, we can read it, it's broken down. We still trying to get it right, you know what I mean, where we can explain it, because these are some concepts that some your girl ain't never heard of, and some of them like, breath is breathe in G, the breath is in G. Oh, okay. That's why they say breathing. Like, that's how we break that down. Like, it's not one word. Like, intelligence is not one word. We break it down syllables, and each one of these, like, exaltation is a series of events. Like, it is a process, and this is it. It's like our experiences, and we are to do some alchemy, like, with that, and then our light is traveling and on a journey through space continuum, and that is considered time, and it's like, I was like, And all of that came from just thinking about source of us living. So soul is an acronym, as is fear. And then I got through all of that and I was like, well, ooh, what is faith? And my brain was like, too much for the day. That's for another day. Anywho, I just want to kiss it. And then at the end of it, the source says, that's the secret. Secrets being revealed. Yep. I mean, we wrote a lot of stuff. It was like so many things that's like the above and below, the mirror effect that we kept going through. But the biggest thing that I really wrote was ask for correction. And then it says a movie of thoughts, like our thoughts play over and over and over again like a movie reel, and we are stuck in the movie loop of our own thoughts, and those thoughts generate our reality. Because of course everything that is on the out came from the within, and everything that we create out of us, it is out of our mind space. We create our own reality. We create our reality based on what we think, right? So what that heart do is very, very pivotal, because what you feel, those emotions, that sixth sense that let you know you going through some shit is happening, and you feel it, you can sense it, right? It leans into your intuition, but your mind creates thoughts about it, and you start replaying the experiences that you've already had. So I'm trying to tie it together the way the source gave it to me, because it broke down exaltation. The first part of EX was for experiences, right? So the thoughts replay our experiences, and we create our reality from those thoughts. It's like a movie. If it's caught on loop, then you keep playing the same thoughts and you get the same results. Hence why it's so important for us to change our mindset, to be renewed by the renewing of your mind. When you change your thoughts, you change your reality. You change the movie that you are seeing. You change what's coming out, what you're birthing. You change what you are creating. You change your alchemy. You change what your light is experiencing. You change the light journey, the light trajectory. We could, again, we are creators. We are master manifestors. We are manifestor generators, and we generate reality based on our thoughts. The exaltation of our soul is to dig into what gives our soul joy, what feeds the soul light, the master's joy, the master of our light, that which called all things, that which lives and breathes within thee, the G, the God body, pixels and pieces. Again, creation is whole and creation is complete. I know these concepts might sound, like a little bit to what, for some it might be a little deep. It might be like, click off, she a little kooky, a little crazy. I don't know. But if you could rock with your girl and just kind of ponder on it, chew it, and hang on in there as we continue to work through it, and the source of my light continues to drop it down on me, I'll bring it to you. And we just gonna see what it's gonna do. So seeing as that we did that, we still see regrets here from earlier conversation. Yes. And the bottom is a free message. Message of freedom. This is a free message, message of freedom. And I think the biggest part that is freeing so far is the fact that to glorify my soul. Yes. Ooh, just to say it. glorify my soul. And it ain't no selfish thing. It's not, because I'm glorifying the source of us that live. The source of us living. And the source of us living is our Creator, the infinite, the Lord of all hosts. What is the host? The G, the God body. It commands all things. Yes. What did I say? That was the word. I love it when the source come do it like that. Because what did I just say? The source said all of that was the what? Y'all, what did I say? It was the secret. And what if the source? Mother. Balance. Yes. Source said it's the secret. Is there anything else here? No. We might, look, you. The source of who? You? Where do you live, source? Live and breathe. Yes. Message of warning. There's something coming after us, because we are the abundance, the harvest. And somebody wants either forgiveness for something. It's a karmic relationship. And sometimes I be feeling like this about the fallen, because they really do. They really are, those that bring those karmic learnings towards us. They teach us, they challenge us, right? But this 2-4 breaking down to 6, they know that they will not have that exchange until they exchange the one thing that the pride and stubbornness, all of that stuff that lives on the other side of the spectrum. Yeah, they don't want to do that. They don't want to come into the frequency of sympathy, empathy, compassion, understanding, knowledge, seeking diligently and doing it consistently to become wise. And wisdom begets harmony and unity, so that creation can realize that it's whole and that it's complete, that there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Once we realize that we are whole, we are complete, there is nothing separate, then there's nothing to beat. The game is over. Victory. And that's bad news to any energy that wants to consolidate and maintain power. Pseudo power. Yeah. But all things are, fair game. It is. Unfortunately. This one. Yeah. Repression. That's a part of those repressed memories. They want to repress other beings and exalt themselves versus the soul that lives within. Source, is any of them soulless? Dark, but having a soul still nonetheless. Because everything in creation is connected to the Creator that called everything by its infinite intelligence, wisdom, the principal thing. They are angry. I'm asking the source, do they have the breath of life? And the source is saying no, not all of them do. And they're angry. 9. Yeah. You said there was nothing else in here. Bonus. I just heard bonus. Bonus. Yeah, because it was a message that we needed to pass on. Yeah. Do you want to look at this? Yeah. It's a mirror effect. Leave this out. Oftentimes what I pick up on us having tears and challenges and things that come against us is to show us the other side of us, right? We all have a dark side. We all have dark energy, and we get to choose which part of the light frequency we are going to delve in. And a lot of people, entities, energies choose the darkness. They choose to gravitate towards that. It is what it is. And there's a lot that is, choosing to attune themselves to the lighter frequencies, right? And it's many of us that's just looking to come to balance, to par, like right here in the middle. Like to understand that I have a dark and a light, and I'm going to pull it together, like and accept whole self, right? Because we can reject all the darkness and be like, there's no use, no value to it. Or we could lean too far into the light and it's like bland as heck, but to come to part and to come to balance means that you know how to use all of your spiritual tools. You can pull from any and everything that you want to. But I believe that it is choices. We will eat the fruit thereof. What is it that you want to sow? What type of seed? Because the seed that you sow is the seed, the harvest that you will eat. And it's a lot. Again, the harvest is low because of the type of seed that's being sown. A lot of people fall into trickery. False gold, I'm feeling. Yeah, wisdom. We have deep knowing and time to go. Deep knowing and time to go. It is. It is time for us to go. It's time for us to, we're on a journey. We're moving, love on a voluntary escape. But, the game only lasts so long in cycles. And Source is saying that we getting close. Folks is waking up in short, and we're waking up in droves for a reason. And a lot of people are supporting spiritual journeys and just self-acceptance, no judgment, to support that. Like that's just what it is. There is no way you could really get it wrong, because you offer up all your experiences to the Source and have the Source do some alchemy. Change it, transmute it, and deliver back down onto thee what you need in order for you. Yes. You offer it onto the Source of your light. You are source of your light, and it will deliver back onto you specifically what you need to fulfill your decree, that which you have been sent to do, because the Source sent thee for a specific reasoning, a purpose. And that's how we got down into that book, because it was like, okay, you sent us for a reason, and it led me to Dharma. And I heard exaltation of your soul. When I read the book, it said exaltation of the spirit. Source said cross out spirit and put the spirit is the breath, the Holy Spirit that fills all things. But to exalt your soul, to glorify that, is to glorify the Source itself. Because of course soul is source of us living, source of your light. To exalt that exalts the Father. And if you do what exalts or quickens the joy of the Father, oh, you always on the right side of things. And that's some deep knowingness for real, that you on the right side of things. To do what exalts the source of the Father itself, the source of your light, that's serendipity. That is Dharma. That is Dharma. And that's exactly how I'm telling you. Sometimes it could take the long road. It could start off slow, like that old school Crisco. But when the source of our light come in, the light, my light, come in and turn the heat up, baby, we sure enough get to cook it to what I promise you. Why? Why? Why is all of this? Learning. Ashe. Why is it? Why? Because love is on a voluntary escape. And while we missed the L because love is the acronym, right? Yeah. So light is on a voluntary escape. Where's the light? The light of your soul. Okay. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Thank y'all so much for being with your girl as we work this out. Light is on a voluntary escape. And while you, light, being a piece of pixel of the source that sent you on a voluntary escape to just potentiate whatever, because we pure consciousness and we can create our own reality out of ourselves by our thoughts, then you still tethered to the source that you came from. Like that light that's in you, yeah, it's still connected from to that which sent you on your lovely voluntary escape. Just saying. That's the why. And when we take it, we go back in the spirit, like we offer everything up. What do we offer up? All of our experiences. Everything. Ain't that beautiful? I was like, that is wonderfully woven. How the source started bringing the intelligence, the infinite intelligence, wisdom, just start weaving together all of these concepts and acronyms. I was like, ooh, I like that. I like the way you did that. You was good. You was good. You was fast on your feet. Love the way. I'm sorry. Come on, y'all. Anywho, new life. New life is coming for someone. It is for all of us. And as you continue to grow and mature on your spiritual journey, and you start breaking down concepts and thinking about things just a little bit differently, you definitely will have a different life. Yeah, because it's some shit. I told you I felt this car, all that glitters. And it's an unfinished symphony. This right here, glitter trap, the low vibrational frequency, we have to battle against this. New levels, new devils. And it's unfinished. It just continues going forward and forward and forward. But we learn as we go forward. We do. To me, that's that egg with the pure potentiality is sitting on that. It's growing. We are feeding intelligence so something new can be birthed by the learning of and discerning that we get for even when we mess around and fall for it, when we fall for the trick. Because you're going to fall for it sometime, and that's why somebody got some regrets. Thinking about, oh, I done fell for it. I done fell for all that glitter. And what Anika say, what they say, they say, I thought it was gold, but it was like mold, something so old. Yeah, feeling like I'm far from sober. Dark heaviness is taking over. And when you put your hand on my shoulder, everything got a little colder. Ay, 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 ay. That's one of their songs. It's called Pinocchio. You pull my strings, Pinocchio. You lift me up, but it will not hold. World is in your hands. Now I know, now I understand. Being flexible. And we started off with this. To be flexible. To allow the source of your light to mold you, to bend you, to remake you. Right? That alchemy, that grand alchemist, taking those pixels and pieces and designing any and everything. To be flexible, to go with it, that 1 and that 9 is the 10, that's the transitioning. And to be flexible through the, and look, that's the 10, the 1 and the 9, and this is the 1 and the 8. That 9, that's that 9. Pentacles, serendipity. But once you get to that right there, it's a whole nother level. And we saw new life. But when you get there, the falling away, what did I say? The Father will sweep you up. The bits and pieces that you may feel like you've broken down. You fell off. You are shattered, right? Turn to dust, beloved. Stardust, though. That the grandfather, our master, the master of our soul, will take that stardust, sweep it up, clean it up, and make you brand new. You are whole. You are still complete. Even though you might feel broken, there's nothing missing. And the master of the alchemy, the source of your light, can remake you. Just stay flexible. You see again that egg, the potentiality. Stay flexible and allow yourself to bend, to go with life. And you will see all of the potentiality that could be created within that. Again, that leads to serendipity. Somebody is definitely between worlds because things are being lined up by the book. Things that are not aligned to you have fallen away. And you feel a little bit of regret about that, Ashe. But the source wants to receive all of your experiences. Offer it up. Everything. Everything with no judgment. 3, between worlds, coming out of the dark into the light. We get to choose which one are we going to do. How are we going to collaborate with the 3? Which way we going to work our light? How are we going to align ourselves? Me, myself, and I. How you going to align yourself? Right? And we just saw that the source said that those evil energies don't like the power of 3. Me, myself, and I. The source of your light, the intelligence, in Genesis that will tell you all about your origin, where you come from, even the past lives, what you've been through, will reveal on to you. And then the breath in G, breath in the God body, me, myself, and I. Woo, Father, go ahead on and do that. And that just makes you poised for success, or get you ready to think, or maybe you poised because you think. Set up to consider some things. All these things that come against us make us think. It makes us smarter. It makes you sit down and ponder. So if you done had some things fall away, is it really a regret there, Ashe? Or was it just something that seriously was not aligned to you, but it was something that you just attached to? And how did you attach to it? Again, mirror effect, coming to show you you. Woo! Who does it? The source. Coming to show you you. The source of you. The source of your soul, of your light. Woo! Can you respect that? Can you get with that? Can you respect? If you can, that's where that abundance lives. But you got to do this. I got to take this one to submit. And this is a message of what? What does that say? Peace. Message of peace. How we get to peace. Submission. Submit to that. Submit to what, Lati? The exaltation of your soul. The glorification of your soul. What is your soul? The source of your light. Who's the source of your light? The Master, the infinite, eternal, Lord of all of creation. Ooh, Father, I love it. Ooh, it's the favorite thing I do. When their father dropped them, the mother, source. Can't forget about the mother. To what? No. Masculine and feminine. The yin and the yang. Balances all things. Ooh, yes. What did I just say? The yin and the yang. Balances all things. Balances all things. That milk and the honey with the 1 and the 5 makes 6. Talking about an equal exchange. Woo! Ooh! Did he not just say? And that's fake. I can't do it no better. What? Look, did we not just say the mother and the father too balances all things? That's balance, boo. I said the yin and the yang. What? What is that? Yin. What is that right there? The milk and the honey that gives you all things. The 1 and the 5 is the 6. That's balance, baby. And then turn around and what? Come on. I might be saying that. Look, it's here. You see what I'm saying? I'm excited. The energy is flowing. And I just like, woo! I could explode because my soul is heating up. Why? Because the fate is on the horizon. New life. And them energies gonna feel like this. I pray for them. And if this is you in this energy feeling left out, feeling in regret, baby, count it to good. Count it all to good. Offer it up to the source that made you, that made your life, that know how to take every single thing that you ever been through in your entire life journey in this space and time continuum. Woo! While your light is on a voluntary escape, what knows how to take all that learning that you done been through, all of them adventures, adversities, and you offer it up and then it'll give you back something greater. Woo! You ain't seen your greatest days yet, baby. I can tell you that. You ain't seen it. Why? Because your fate is still in front of you. It's fated. That's the wisdom. Sit down and think. Contemplate. Release. Release. No judgment. And know this, that perfection is imperfect. You are good enough. How do you know you good enough? Because you a pixel of the Most High that made you. The source, the infinite, Lord of all of creation, that which called your light into existence by his word. And when that word went out on the breath and moved, whoo, creation began to unfold. The ever unfolding rose. And just like it's that layer, that layer, that layer, that layer, that layer, and just unfolding and unfolding and unfolding, petal after petal after petal after petal, just opening up and opening up. That is the cosmos, the omniverses to what? Ooh, we ain't gonna get down in that because the source still working it out in me. But trust me, we a thinker, so we definitely gonna bring it out to the we, because that's what we was called to do. Bring it out to you, and we do it, and it is joyfully done. It exalts my soul to do it, beloved. I hear little ones, woo, woo. Can you hear the call of your shepherd? Saying to thee, come little lambs, woo. Your shepherd is calling. It's time to come into the shepherd's house. Whoop. Chop some wood and clean some shit up. You've been in between worlds too long. Let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. Study long, you study wrong. That's what the Father say. Mother too. Giving you that comforting, compassion, that nurturing healing so that you can get through. Come to balance, beloved. You stuck between two worlds and you done been there long enough. Source saying, I'm ready to receive all of that stuff. Every last bit of it. Be flexible while I am remolding you. Giving you a whole new life. You have nowhere, you have no, idea of where Source is taking you. Those things needed to go. They are holding you from your destiny. You just didn't know. They holding you from your destiny. You just didn't know. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine how the source of your light is going to mend it and bring things together? Could be something off with a 5 and a 7. That's introspection. That's going into self and thinking. This right here is 5. Soulmate coming together. Things are changing. And it has to change for either you to come back together, for the source to bring things together so that you can come back whole. You've been in between worlds long enough. It's time for you to come together. And source said that is the truth to be told. The 1 and the 4 is a 5. That's changed, beloved. That is lost. That is feeling regret over the truth. But it opens up the inside of you. Standing on top of that mask, it's time for that to go, to fall away. It was holding you from your destiny, Ashe. This owl is wise. And you see what's on the inside when that door opened up, that window. Does that not look like this imagine card to what? And do you see this being anchored to the moon, to the spirit, your light source, anchored in the spirit? You are tethered. You can't go nowhere. You are whole. You are complete. You are with the source always. It's on the inside of you. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Coming together. Soulmates with the two. Coming together with you. Anything else, Father? No. I heard Father say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Judgment. Balance. Something is on the flow. Something was judged to have to go, for you to let it go, so that you can come to balance. Because whatever it was that you was holding on to, that you refused to let go, it was hindering you. It was stopping you. Now you'll get back to balance. You'll get back to good. Mother will come in and comfort you. You'll get, think for a little bit in that hermit space. And get back to a whole new, what did I say? Something was not for you. It was time for it to go. It was time for it to go. Source said it was time for it to go. Or something is not for you and it's time for you to go. Because whatever you hold on to, full of regrets, is not for you. It's hindering you. It's stopping you. It's preventing you from you getting to your destiny. From going through your process and continuing on your journey. A voluntary journey of escape that you signed up to go on. And you have a job to do. Something that is yoked and has been placed upon. And to get good in the spirit and come to whole and ask to be replenished with your spiritual tools, before you know it, you'll be ready to go. You'll be at the door of what? That new life, that serendipity, that destiny, dharma. First release the chaos and conflict. Go all the way with it. Maybe you conflicted over walking away, or going all the way. I'm working it out on real time with y'all, Ashe, to be an example of what it looks like to lean into you, to go all the way with what's been placed on the inside of you, unapologetically you. Be flexible. You have to choose. Fork in the road. Will you choose you? Will you choose the exaltation of your soul? To offer up all your experiences onto the source that called your light. To do some alchemy, changing, remolding thee. Remolding who? The light that is moving on a journey through time. That's exalt. Building blocks. Pieces coming back together. What you offer up, it will come back down. And it will remake itself, rebuild itself. You've lost nothing. You have everything that you need still. You don't feel like it though. This is definitely in reverse. Why? Because you still caught between two worlds. Sitting on the fence, hemming and hawing about it. But the source that made you, that energy, is calling you. And you know it. You feel it. You hear it. You hear it. You may hear this one. But can you hear this one? Yin and yang. Come to balance. Never in the story. Feeling real fucked up on how your exchange has been going. But you can choose to change this anytime you want. You can Eight of Swords and unwrap yourself. Get poised for a whole new life. You are favored. You are positioned. You are to be in a whole different position. And that is the message that the source of your light is sending. Breathe. Use the breath. The breath in G, the God body. Use it. You are blessed and beloved and favored, sitting, riding on the cosmic egg, pure potentiality. This has been your girl Lati. Here it's Hairs and We Tarot Show, where you show enough never know what you're going to get. I hope you was able to stick around and stay through the whole thing and get to the end of it. I pray that it came together for you and you liked what we cooked up, because we never know, because it could start off choppy like to what I'm just saying. Woo! You darn sure got to be flexible with it. And I appreciate every last one of y'all. I really do. I love you. I love you. I love you. Woo! Just like I love me. Because I love the source of your light. Just like that's the source of my light. Yes. I know. I wasn't that fast on my feet. I couldn't figure out how to get that M in there, my wheat. But anywho, I love you. I love you. I love you. I really, really do. Because I love the source that made me and made you by its word, the infinite intelligence, aka the principal thing. Yes, wisdom. Make a place for it, and in that rest and breathe through it. The breath is in G, and it's a little thing flying around and it's really distracting me. Anywho, block out those distractions that come against you, because that's what they want you to do. Sit in the field of regret and never get to the destiny that is designed and ordained for you. To the next now, y'all. Ashe. Mwah.